studio today, we have the lovely David Sijake, also known as David the King. Abuti David, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, and how are you?
Awesome, thanks. Welcome to Gospel News SA.
Thank you so much. Thank you for welcoming me.
You're welcome. So tell us about David the King. Where did you start?
Okay, let me just introduce myself by starting. David the King is the father to one beautiful son. He just turned one.
Wow.
Congratulations. And I think it's very important to also mention that I'm a husband to one beautiful wife.
Amen.
Yes, and these are my family, and I love them so much. So David the King existed from the beginning, at the very young age, actually, and I took myself as the brand from a very, very young age, as I've been leading the Sunday school. And growing up, I grew in a family that has a Christian background, and they were going to church quite a lot, and I used to lead also a Sunday school. I used to own a suit, one kid, I was the only one that was owning a suit in my village, So it was influenced from a Christian background, and that's influenced where I am right now as the brand. Yes.
And what made you decide to take this on a professional level?
What made me to decide, it was when I moved to Joburg, coming from Northwest to Joburg after finishing up my matric. I came to my granny's, and by going to my granny's church, to the family church, that tricked everything, because when I got there, I saw the instruments. Remember that I'm coming from clap and tap kind of background, you see. So when I came, I found there's a new kind of gospel, you understand, whereby they play instruments, and you understand. So that caught my attention and also ignited what I had for quite a long time. I didn't know how to take it out, you understand. So but there was one father, I call him a father, from the prayer and worship, the music team, that actually selected me. Actually, he pointed out from the congregation that, hey, you must come and join us. So that's when everything started.
Wow, I mean, that is really amazing. This really sounds like a very, very intimate journey. And I mean, in the beginning there, Brother David, you stole one of my questions, because we did see a ring on your finger. We were going to ask and find out if Brother David was out of the market, so we can just make sure that the ladies know that they should not even try their luck. But you did mention that you have a beautiful wife and a son that has just turned 1 year old. Congratulations on that. But now, Brother David, we want to find out from you, when did your singing career initially start? Because most people say that I used to sing since I was in the womb of my mother. Some people say I started singing yesterday. So what is your background that got you to know that indeed you are a singer?
From the present worship that I joined, I went out, to different auditions, Joy Celebration. I want to sing gospel, you understand?
Wow.
But because the timing was not of God, it was man's, you understand? So nothing worked out. I was told that, you know what, you should just forget about this, you understand? But because of faith that I kept, from my young age, actually I kept myself going. And 2017, I decided to go solo, because I've been in different groups, you understand? So I decided to go solo under Rufio Amanyaga's recording. I went for a single. And since then, 2018, I went from a full album titled Faith for My Healing. And then 2021, which the album got released this year. On my birthday. Thank you so much. On my birthday, then I gave myself a present. I released a very new album titled Hymns of Faith.
You touched on two very important points that I think would be beneficial for up-and-coming artists to learn from you, because you've gone through the journey, you've walked the road. Firstly, persevering, rejection from trying out in different auditions, but still persevered and kept the faith. That reminds me of Apostle Paul when he's advising Timothy, And then the second question, which you can answer both at the same time, is that how important is it to have a background founded on the Word of God and church as a whole in a career of a gospel artist?
Thank you so much, Osimpo. To start with, there's nothing that you can drive, or there's nothing that you can actually win without including God. Yeah. You understand? So everything has to start by including God in your plans. Amen. You understand? He has to guide your steps. You understand? And by so believing, you also have that faith. Yes. You understand? Yes. That faith is developing and it's becoming strong, you know. Yeah. Like he said in his word that as little as a mustard seed, yeah, you know, you can move mountains, you understand. Yeah. So what happened was that from the challenges that I got, I knew that he was the father to me from a young age, because I grew up without a father, without a mother, you understand. So he kept me where I am right now, and I said, you know what, God, thank you so much. And because I've got something that is still within me, I need to unleash. Can you please make it possible? Yeah. I included God in many ways.
And you kept the faith.
And I kept the faith, you understand?
Yeah.
So perseverance is very important, but you won't do it alone. You need to include God in your plans.
Amen.
So never give up. The thing is that we take our trust and we put it unto a man, whereby a man can disappoint you, you understand? But God will never disappoint you. You know, there's one song in my album that says, that song keeps me going, you understand? Because whenever you knock on the door, you know, God opens up. But with a man, he can close you out and you will be disappointed.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
It's very beautiful. And it's a very important message for all the upcoming artists, and not just musicians, but for all the youth generally, to remember that when one door closes in your face, you go and knock on another door. Yes. And it's very important. But now, Brother David, we just want to find out from you, because the COVID-19 pandemic has been one that hit the whole world, and it really affected us in so many ways, and the music industry especially, because concerts were not being held anymore. You know, everything moved from the bigger screen, you know, it got onto the small screen. You know, how do you think the music space has changed after the COVID-19 pandemic?
Okay, Brother Tim, it has changed. It has changed. And but the beautiful thing about this is that it caused us to evolve. You understand? Yeah. Whereby in other markets, actually in worldwide, in overseas, you know, they've evolved years ago. You understand? So this was the only chance for us. It forced us to evolve. You understand? As we are talking right now, purchasing a music, it's not. It's to some it's not easy. Yeah. You know, and to some it's easy. You know, coming from the background of, you know, being a youth, you understand, technology and all that. But the older people, unfortunately, they can't. So that affects it badly. You know, I myself, I cater for all generations in my music, but the older people, unfortunately, they can't access my music. Only youth can. You understand? But the good thing is that we are moving with times right now. Yeah. That is a good thing. We are moving with times, and we should allow that to happen. Yeah. And I think that will be good for our music as well, in being out there in other markets around the world.
Yes. All right. And then tell us, where can we find you? Where can we get your music? All of that, please.
Okay. On social media, I'm DavidTheKing on Facebook, and then on Instagram, I'm David_the_King_SA. And my music is in all, is on all the platforms. Digital platforms, you know, online digital stores. So you're talking iTunes, Google Play, you know, Amazon, everywhere, Spotify, yes. For bookings, you can call this number 065 961 5747.
Thank you so much, David.
That was Brother David. David the King, everyone, for those who have just joined us. We spoke to him, we got a few intel on his career within the music space. We got some information of what he thinks about the music industry, and we got some solid advice from him as well. And if you want to get into contact with him, he has given all his details, and all you need to do is go on the socials and find him.